Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 of my new series called Listen to This. I've been debating on which album to show for this episode, and I finally came up with one. The album today is Kingdom in My Mind by the Wood Brothers. Now, this is, for more, all intents and purposes, the eighth studio album by the Wood Brothers. Came out in 2020 on 30 Tiger, on Honey Jar Records, um, distributed by 30 Tigers. But if you don't know the Wood Brothers, then you're either new to my channel, or you're just a casual music fan, I guess. Um, Wood Brothers are a trio that consists of brothers Oliver and Chris Wood, as well as percussionist Jono Ricks. I'll show you their picture here. There they are. So there's Jono, Oliver, Chris. So Chris Wood, you might know from the trio Martin, Medeski, and Wood, kind of a jazz fusion trio that have been around since the 90s, I believe. And him and his brother Oliver decided to come together in the early aughts and start kind of this side project for the both of them, because Oliver was also playing in bands, and then this kind of ended up becoming their main gig. Wood Brothers, they are huge on the touring circuit. They tour nonstop, whether they have a new record out or not. They just have their most recent record called Heart is the Hero, which came out, I believe, in 2023, and are currently, I think, in the works for another record. So this album in particular, though, is one that I wanted to bring to the forefront here. Kingdom in My Mind is 11 tracks, I guess technically, with 10 tracks with a reprise. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 tracks and then a reprise of one song called Little Blue, which closes the album. This is kind of birthed out of the Wood Brothers just jamming in their studio in Nashville, and kind of jamming around funky kind of experimental stuff. I always liken their sound to being, influenced very highly by the band. That you can hear a lot of the band's influence on these guys. They've even played over at Levon Helm's barn up in Woodstock for the Midnight Rambles. But Chris Wood is a phenomenal bass player. He has some great tones on the bass, some lead bass on here, some fuzz tone on his Hofner violin bass. But he also does some great stuff with a stand-up bass. Oliver is a fantastic lead singer. He's got this great kind of loud, piercing, and I say piercing in the best way. Like it cuts through the sound, and it's a great sound. He's a great slide guitar player on acoustic and electric guitars. He studies a lot of the old blues guys, and that really comes through on this record. Jono Ricks is just a phenom. That dude, again, percussionist is a very, subtle way to say, the influence that he has on the band. He's playing the drums, and to see them live is something to behold. He's playing the drums with one hand and then playing keyboards with another hand, and he plays this thing called a shitar, which is essentially a guitar that he has strapped to the front of his body that has all sorts of percussive elements to it, tiny tambourines, kind of loose strings to act as a snare, rattles, and all sorts of things on the shitar. It's pretty cool stuff. This album is funky. It has, again, great bass tones, fuzz tones. It has great singing. It kind of captures some of the feel of the Tedeschi Trucks Band, who the Wood Brothers have worked with a bit. So there's some of that blues. There's a lot of great bluesy slide guitar on here. It's Americana, but it pulls so much from the blues and from funk, and some of those, great harmonies with the three of these guys putting out so much sound. All three of them pitching in vocally. Chris Wood does lead on the title track. I guess if you could say it's a title track, called Jitterbug Love. He also does the song um, uh, Don't Think About My Death. But check out the song on here, Little Bit Sweet. It's this great kind of finger picking tune. Jono is really playing on the shitar. There's some great live versions on YouTube. I highly recommend Little Bit Sweet. Again, the finger picking on the guitar is fantastic on that electric guitar. The first track, Alabaster, is kind of this kind of moody, kind of creepy sounding tune with some great keyboard playing on it. Just kind of ominous to it. Cry Over Nothing is just a gorgeous, powerhouse ballad from Oliver Wood. But again, ballad is not the best word for it because you might get thrown off thinking like, oh, these guys are just mellow. They're not. These dudes rock. They're always the best show that I've ever seen. Whenever I see them live, I'm seeing them twice this year. Once here in a couple weeks, and then I'm seeing them again in May. So check out Alabaster, A Little Bit Sweet, and then the final full track called Satisfied, which is just this gorgeous, soulful sound from Oliver Wood. Again, if you like funk, if you like, great slide guitar, kind of blues, but also, you like guys, they're influenced by, the band, Tom Petty, people like that. Check out the Wood Brothers, and this is probably my favorite album by theirs, Kingdom on My Mind. It is just, in my mind, excuse me, just again, a beautiful record. You can get the vinyl, I think, pretty cheap for under 20 bucks. I wish I had that to show. But yeah, Wood Brothers, Kingdom in My Mind. Listen to this. All right, everybody. That's episode 2 of the series. Let me know what you think. Again, let me know if I should continue this series. In the meantime, y'all be good. Take care. We'll talk to you in the next one. Bye now.